Hello and welcome to Raju Notes channel, your pit stop for weekly current affairs updates. The updates tailor-made for students taking all kinds of competitive exams like UPSC, civils, defense and placement interviews. Please subscribe to the channel and stay updated every Sunday. The Government of India launched a national campaign Ab Koi Bahana Nahi in New Delhi on 25th November. The campaign calls on public, government and key stakeholders to take actionable steps to eliminate gender-based violence. It is a collaborative effort between the Ministries of Women and Child Development and Rural Development with support from UN Women. At the campaign, the film Ab Koi Bahana Nahi was released to showcase the need for accountability of all stakeholders, including each citizen, to pledge against ending gender bias violence. The Women and Child Development Ministry said the campaign was launched along with Nai Chetna 3.0 campaign to ensure a wide reach of spreading all the calls to action on ending gender bias violence, leaving no one behind. On 25th November, International Day for the Elimination of Violence Against Women is observed globally every year. The Bharatiya Janata Party-led Mahayuti alliance has swept the Maharashtra Assembly elections with an impressive mandate, while Jharkhand Mukti Morcha-led India bloc had retained power in Jharkhand. In Maharashtra, out of total 288 seats, BJP had bagged 132, while Eknath Shinde-led Shiv Sena had won 57 seats. Ajit Pawar-led NCP had secured 41 seats. Congress has won 16 seats, while NCP Sharad Pawar group has bagged 10. Shiv Sena, Uddhav Balasaheb Thackeray secured 20 seats and others have won 12. Mahayuti coalition comprised BJP, Shiv Sena, Nationalist Congress Party. In Jharkhand, out of total 81 seats, ruling JMM had bagged 34 seats while Congress won 16 seats. RJD won 4 seats, BJP got 21 seats and others have won 6. The Indy bloc comprises of JMM, Congress, Rashtriya Janata Dal and Communist Party of India. All 288 assembly seats went to polls in Maharashtra on 20th of this month, while Jharkhand polling was held in two phases, on 13th and 20th of this month for 81 seats. In a closely contested election, Yamanudu Orsi of the Broad Front Alliance emerged victorious as Uruguay's next president. His election marks a shift away from 5 years of conservative governance. Official results have confirmed Orsi's win over Alvaro Delgado of Nationalist Party. The political group of outgoing President Luis Lacalle Pou, Mr. Orsi, in his victory speech pledged on foster unity. He said he would repeatedly call for national dialogue to find best solution for the country. Analysts predict continuity in Uruguay's economic policies. According to the Electoral Court of the country, out of 94.4% of the ballots counted, Orsi secured 11,23,420 votes, narrowly defeating Delgado, who garnered 10,42,001 votes. External Affairs Minister Dr. S. Jaishankar undertook a 3-day official visit to Italy from 25th to 28th of November. He travelled to Fuji, Italy to participate in the outreach session of the G7 Foreign Ministers meeting, where India has been invited as a guest country. He is also meeting his counterpart from Italy and other participating nations in the G7 related engagement and held bilateral discussions during the visit. During the visit, the External Minister also participated in the 10th edition of the MED Mediterranean Dialogue in Rome. It is being organized by Institute for International Political Sciences in collaboration with Ministry of Foreign Affairs and International Cooperation of Italy. Dr. Jaishankar also inaugurated the new premises for the Embassy of India in Rome. At COP29 in Baku, Azerbaijan world leaders agreed on the Baku Finance Goal, committing $1.3 trillion in climate finance for developing countries by 2035. This includes a core annual target of $300 billion, tripling the previous $100 billion goal. Despite the progress, developing nations including India criticized the agreement as insufficient, calling for greater ambition to address urgent climate needs. The major key outcomes of Baku Financial Goal include financing of Article 6 on carbon markets, potentially channeling $1 trillion annually by 2050, and steps to operationalize the Loss and Damage Fund, with distribution set to begin in 2025 with commitments to enhance transparency and adaptation measures. The summit concluded with the calls to sustain momentum ahead of COP30 in Belém, Brazil in 2025. The Cabinet Committee on Economic Affairs (CCEA), chaired by the Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi, has given its approval for PAN 2.0 project of Income Tax Department. The PAN 2.0 project enables technology-driven transformation of taxpayer registration services and has significant benefits, including 1. Ease of access and speedy service delivery with improved quality. 2. Single source of truth and data consistency. 3. Eco-friendly possession and cost optimization. 4. Security and optimization of infrastructure for greater agility. PAN 2.0 project is an e-governance project for re-engineering the business processes of taxpayer registration services through technology-driven transformation of PAN and TAN services for enhanced digital experience of the taxpayers. This will be an upgrade to the current PAN and TAN 1.0 ecosystem, consolidating the core and non-core PAN/TAN activities as well as PAN validation services. Israeli government has approved a ceasefire with Hezbollah in Lebanon. This was disclosed by the Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu's office. The ceasefire deal, which was brokered by the US and France, is expected to halt the war that has killed almost 3,800 people in Lebanon over last year and left about 16,000 others wounded. After approval by Israel's Security Cabinet, French President Emmanuel Macron and his US counterpart Joe Biden issued a joint statement committing both nations to work with Israel and Lebanon to ensure the agreement is fully implemented and enforced. The deal requires both Israeli forces and Hezbollah to withdraw from South Lebanon over 60 days, with Hezbollah repositioning north of the Litani River, approximately 30 kilometers from the border. The Lebanese National Army and the UN peacekeeping force would fill the resulting security vacuum. Prime Minister Netanyahu outlined three strategic reasons for the ceasefire. 1. Countering Iranian threats. 2. Resupplying Israeli forces amid weapons delivery delays. And 3. Isolating Hamas by separating conflict fronts. The Union Ministry of Tourism is organizing the 12th edition of the International Tourism Mart at the UNESCO World Heritage Site, Kaziranga National Park and Tiger Reserve to highlight the tourism potential of the northeastern region for both domestic and international audiences. This event serves as a vital platform bringing tourism businesses and entrepreneurs from the northeastern states of Assam, Arunachal, Manipur, Meghalaya, Mizoram, Nagaland, Tripura, and Sikkim to foster collaboration and interactions among buyers, sellers, media, government agencies, and other stakeholders, as this event is being held rotationally across these states, highlighting the unique cultural, historical, and ecological wealth of this region. The Government of India launched a national campaign, Bal Vivah Mukt Bharat, in New Delhi on 27th of November. The primary agenda of the campaign is to make India a child marriage-free nation. Launching the campaign, Women and the Child Development Minister Annapurna Devi said, Government has identified 130 districts where this campaign will run in a focused manner. She highlighted that the child marriage is not a crime, but also a human rights violation. The minister said that the Bal Vivah Mukt Bharat campaign is not just a 10 or a 15 days event but a non-stop effort that will continue till India is free from the evil of the child marriage. During the event, Women and Child Development Minister Annapurna Devi also unveiled the Child Marriage Free Bharat portal. The online platform has been developed to support the campaign's mission for raising awareness, preventing a child marriage, and effectively reporting incidents of child marriage. The Union Ministry of Home Affairs (MHA) has permanently created a hub of National Security Guard (NSG) in the Jammu city to counter any major terror attack. The special component of the NSG is now permanently in place of the city to act within the minutes in case such a situation arises and take on terrorists, as per the reports. The NSG hub was created following terror attacks in different districts of Jammu region on the security forces and reports that the terrorists could target Jammu also. The deployment of NSG commandos is part of an anti-terror plan formulated by Jammu and Kashmir by J&K police, especially for high-rise buildings, security installations and public places of sensitive nature if there is any kind of a terror attack. India has tested a nuclear-capable submarine-launched ballistic missile from the newly commissioned INS Arighat of Visakhapatnam coast as per the latest media reports. According to the reports, the testing was of K-4 missile, a solid-fueled SLBM, which has target range of 3,500 kilometers. The test was carried out by the Indian Navy off a coast in Visakhapatnam in Bay of Bengal. Results of the test are being analyzed by the defense officials. This is the first time that the SLBM has been tested from INS Arighat. Before this, the officials have been testing the missile from submersible pontoons so far. The reports of the missile test came days after the New Delhi issued a public notice of NOTAM for range missile test in Bay of Bengal. Chief of the Army Staff COAS General Upendra Dwivedi launched Ekalavya, an online digital platform for officers training. This initiative, launched in New Delhi, aligns with the Indian Army propelling itself into the decade of transformation and also with the Indian Army's theme of 2024 as a year of technology absorption. The Ministry of Defense in a statement said that this platform has been hoisted on the Army data network and features a scalable architecture. This enables Headquarters Army Training Command to seamlessly integrate any number of training establishments of the Indian Army, each capable of hosting an extensive range of courses. Student officers are permitted to register for multiple courses simultaneously. A total of 96 courses by 17 Category A training establishments of the Indian Army have already been hoisted on the platform. The joint military exercise Agni Warrior 2024 between Indian Armed Forces and Singapore Armed Forces concluded in Devlali, Maharashtra on Saturday. The three-day event began on 28th of November. The 13th edition of the bilateral exercise witnessed participation of 182 personnel from the Singapore RT and 114 personnel from the Indian Army regiments of artillery. The aim of the exercise was to maximize mutual understanding of drills and procedures to achieve jointness and multinational force under the United Nations Charter. The exercise showcased joint firepower planning, execution, and use of new generation equipment by the artillery of both armies. The event was witnessed by Director General of RT, Lieutenant General Adosh Kumar, Commandant School of Artillery, Lieutenant General N.S. Sarna, and Chief Artillery Officer, Singapore Armed Forces, Colonel Ong Choi Preng. The dignitaries appreciated the participating troops for displaying high levels of professional acumen and expertise. The Union Health Ministry has asked states and union territories to make snakebite cases and deaths a notifiable disease under the relevant provisions of State Public Health Act or other applicable legislation. In a letter to Principal Secretary and Additional Chief Secretary Health of all the states and union territories, Union Home Secretary Punya Salila Srivastav emphasized that snake bites are a significant public health concern. She highlighted that the snake bites can cause mortality, morbidity, and disability, particularly among the farmers and tribal population. Ms. Srivastav mentioned that the ministry has launched a National Action Plan for Prevention and Control of Snake Bites Enworming by 2030, NAPSE, in consultation with the relevant ministries and stakeholders, aiming to halve snake bite related deaths by 2030. She highlighted that one of the key objectives under the NAPSE is to strengthen the surveillance of snakebite cases and deaths in India. A notifiable disease is a disease that is required to be reported to public health authorities when it is diagnosed. The goal of this requirement is to monitor, control, and prevent the spread of diseases and to implement measures to protect public health.
Well, that's all, friends, for this week's updates. See you soon next Sunday on the same channel. Till then, take care. Bye bye.